Closing arguments in the federal trial against disgraced music mogul Sean Combs begin tomorrow, and he's already going into it winning. Hello, my fam. It is Perez, the queen of all media, the original influencer, and your number one source for everything Diddy drama. In a letter filed to Judge Subramanian, the prosecution informed him that the federal government, who is accusing him of trafficking, racketeering, and prostitution, are going to be removing 3 aspects of their case and no longer pursuing them. They are attempted kidnapping, attempted arson, and aiding and abetting trafficking. These alleged acts were included in the government's racketeering conspiracy charge, which is count 1 in the indictment against Cassie's ex-boyfriend. The racketeering conspiracy now still alleges that he was involved in transportation for purposes of prostitution, witness tampering, bribery, and drug-related offenses. Quote, the government is no longer planning to proceed on these theories of liability, so instructions are no longer necessary, prosecutors wrote to the judge. The government understands the court's desire for streamlined instructions. With that in mind, the government has suggested ways to streamline those instructions. Specifically, the government has removed instructions for the charge relating to attempted kidnapping under both California and New York law, attempted arson under California law, Kid Cudi, and aiding and abetting trafficking. The kidnapping charge related to Capricorn Clark, his former assistant, who testified in this trial that he forced her to go with him to go and hunt Suge Knight. Scary. He was armed and very dangerous. The jury is off today, but the prosecution and defense are meeting with the judge in court to go over jury instructions. Diddy is also facing trafficking and transportation to engage in prostitution charges related to his former girlfriends Cassie and Jane. As of now, it's unclear which elements of the aiding and abetting sex trafficking charge will be abandoned. However, prosecutors are not backing down from their argument that just because women give consent to acts, that does not mean they can't later change their minds. And just because an individual receives compensation does not preclude a finding of forced labor, which relates to trafficking. So, to wrap things up, closing arguments tomorrow and Friday, and the jury is expected to begin deliberating on Monday. No clue how long they will take. As I've said before, I think he will be found guilty of some charges and not guilty of other charges. So it will be a split verdict. That is what I think. What do you think? Let's discuss everything in the comments section.